Today's sound of the day is...
You're going to jail.
I was raised like a Muslim, praying to the east. Nature of my life relates rhymes out of like a cannon. Cause I've been planning to be ramming what I wrote straight on a plate down your throat. So digest as I suggest. We take a good look at who's who while I'm reading from my good book. And let's dig into every nook and every cranny. Set your mind free as I slam these thoughts. And just like a jammy goes by, you're gonna see what I'm saying now. You can't be sleeping, cause things are getting crazy. You better stop being lazy. There's many people fronting, and many brothers dropping, all because of dumb things. Let me tell you something. I've been through so much that I'm such a maniac, but I still act out of faith that we can get the shit together, so I break. Our fools with no rhyme skills messing up the flow, and people with no sense who be moving much too slow. And so, through an over meeting of the gangsta, I grew with the mic and premiere race the anchor swiftly. As we embark on a journey, I had to get an attorney. I needed someone to defend my position. Decisions I made, cause now it's time to get paid. And maybe these rhymes are like the keys to a dope car, maybe a Lexus or a Jaguar. Still, all of that is just material. So won't you take a scenario and just imagine
yo.
we'll come together so that we become a strong force. Then we can stay on course, find your direction through introspection. And for my people out there, I got a question: can we be the sole controllers of our fate now? Who's gonna take the weight? You can't handle the whole weight.
The weight of the world is heavy on my mind. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. If you could hear me clearly, somebody please let me know if you can hear me clearly by simply just hitting the like button. Got some guests that's going to be coming up here in a little bit. This thing sounds bad. Still having issues. This board, I guess it's time for a new board now. But if you can hear me, please hit the like button. I just literally a couple seconds before while I was making my coffee, I saw something come across Facebook, and I decided I wanted to go and listen to it. Well, what I'm gonna do is share that with you guys, because there is a definite. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, please hit the like button. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, boom. Right, I know that I can. But anyway, I heard something earlier that made me say, man, sounds like some of the same issues that need to be addressed in Andrews is going on right in the same little area right there over in King Street. So what I'm going to let you guys listen to while I wait for these other people to pop in is a Facebook Live, pretty passionate Facebook Live. Now, I don't have the video, but I do have the audio. And I'm going to play that again while we wait for people to come in and for tonight's guests to come in. And what I'm going to do right now is I will put a link to come on screen inside of the chat. Excuse me. Bingo bongo. There that is, and there that is, and there. It's on Facebook, and it's on Welcome to Andrews, the podcast. And let me put it on our Facebook page. We have it there. But the video that I'm gonna well, I'm not gonna play the video, I'm gonna play the audio. So this audio is from attorney, a lawyer, Caesar McKnight. I don't know how he addresses himself, but he's speaking about a situation. It's got to do with Kingstree, South Carolina athletics. So if you're from Kingstree and you haven't heard this yet, and you want to see the video part, you can go on over to Mr. McKnight's page. But somebody shared it, and I'm gonna play it again while I wait for some of you guys to pop in here and for some people to come. Some of the guests who said they wanted to come on tonight and share some of what they were thinking. All right, so I need to do that. What's up, Thomas? Missed you last night in the conversation about the Hall of Fame, but we're going to get that crunk up here in a little bit. But I want you to check out what Mr. McKnight has to say, and I think you'll be able to follow. Everybody will be able to follow and pick up on it really fast here. All right, there we go. Boom. All right, so I'm about to play this audio with Caesar McKnight, and I'm gonna skip ahead in some parts until when he get into like the meat and potatoes of what he's getting into. And let me know if you can hear this. If you can hear it, just let me know in the chat there, Thomas, please.
All right. I'm sorry. I had some technical difficulties and people were telling me they couldn't hear me. So I wanted everybody to hear me and understand.
He sounds like me. Were you guys able to hear him there through that audio? Let's play it again.
What I was saying. So it's come to my attention that the powers that be have decided to fire our football coach, Coach Brian Smith. I'm sorry, and I'm just going to speak plainly because I find that in our community, we find ourselves imprisoned in the prison of politeness where everybody doesn't say anything because they don't want to hurt anybody's feelings. Well, I don't give a shit about people's feelings anymore. And some people's feelings need to be hurt. You need to be chastised. You need to be checked. There was absolutely, positively no reason to fire Coach Smith. Here's why I say that. I went to school. I graduated from Kingstree Senior High in 1992. Okay. We'd almost have a Mardi Gras if we won one football game. Now, in the mid-90s, when we changed our name to the Jaguars, we got a very good coach, and forgive me, I forgot his name. But he won some games and got us deep in the playoffs. And what do you know? The powers that be didn't want to pay him. They were jealous of him. And what did he do as a result of that? He went on to go to another part of the state, win championships, and do well. And what did Kingstree continue to do?
All right, guys, this is
Lose badly.
Caesar
We'd bring in
McKnight, who we're
coaches that
listening
tried
to.
to bring progress. First comes to mind is Coach Charlie Brown, former Washington Redskin, who ran him off. Well, C.E. Murray, conversely, went out and got a coach. Coach Brian Smith was a win program. They were contenders for a state championship every year. So when we consolidated the schools, we did what was a smart thing, and we brought Coach Smith. And what did Coach Smith do? He took the lowly Jaguars, who were getting run over every year, and took them from winning maybe 2 or 3 games a year to this just last year, then the second round of the playoffs. And you'd figure that when you put in good work, hard work would reward
he's
you.
mad.
But what do? No, we get jealous, like we always do when we see someone doing well. The one thing I want you all to know about jealous people is they don't necessarily want what you have. They just don't want you to have it. And so the powers that be decided that this coach, you know, the one that just took these boys who sucked prior to him getting there, who took them, that coach that took them to the second round of the playoffs, they decided that they were going to fire him, get rid of him. And that's what they did tonight. You know, that coach who got this county its first NFL player that's playing for the Kansas City Chiefs and likely will win a Super Bowl ring. That coach, you know, that coach that has boys playing at this coach that has boys, that's the coach that we decided to get rid of. That's the coach that the people that know so much, that have won so much, that have the rings and the championships and the winning pedigree, decided to get rid of. We are committed to losing because we are so jealous that somebody might have a little bit something that we don't want them to have it. So let me guess, y'all gonna bring in one of your friends, right? Your boys. And you know what your boy gonna do? Stink it up. Your boy, whomever that may be, doesn't have the connections that Coach Smith has. Coach Smith can get people on the phone and say, hey, come look at this kid. I see potential in him. And let me just say this. Coach Smith would reach out to me and say, Caesar, there's a young man that has some potential. I just need a plane ticket to get him somewhere so that he could get looked at. And I'd give Coach Smith, and I'd buy that kid or those kids tickets so they could get an opportunity. You know, the thing that most of our children don't have? Opportunities.
The opportunities.
But because you want your friend, your buddy, to have something, you will cut off, you will ruin a winning program just to help your friend. Let me tell you something. I live here. I love it here. But it's hard being here because we keep doing stupid things. And the people that orchestrated this conspiracy, I'm telling you live on Facebook, tell your mama, your daddy, your greasy grandmammy, and everybody else, I say you're stupid. And if you ask me in person, I'll tell you that you're stupid. So next year, when we are 2-10 or whatever it is, I want you to think back to the wise decision that you made. And when Smitty goes to whatever program he goes to and they win, I want you to remember what you did. And beyond that, Coach Smitty he's a teacher. You know the thing that we have a shortage of here? So you're going to fire a teacher as well? You don't see the teacher shortage we have? And here it is, we have a teacher who cares, who spends his own money taking care of the least of us. Because I don't see any of you putting kids in cars. I've never gotten a call from any of you to sit here and say, help this kid. No, you just want the whistle around your neck and the ability to look like you somebody. But looking ain't the part. A man walks the walk, and you all have done nothing. There's a reason why the state has control of the Williamsburg School District. You know why? Because we have demonstrated time and time and time again that we don't know what in the world we're doing. I don't care about anybody else's feelings anymore. I ain't running for office no more. That's fine. You all have made the decision that you've made, and you need to live with it. But you should be embarrassed. You should be embarrassed.
Hey guys, this is Caesar McKnight,
winning season,
and he's talking about the Kingstree apparently
really
made a move to fire their coach.
Fired the man responsible for it,
and he is airing them out over there. You can go find this on his page.
Good. What
Caesar
are you going to tell the kids that were coming back who bought into Smitty's plan? What are you going to tell them now that they've had a winning formula? So this coach that's your friend, he's got the phone number to the people from the Citadel.
They don't care nothing about that.
He does. He don't.
They don't care nothing about that.
But y'all want to stand around, drink beer, and pat each other on the back and feel good about doing nothing. We have.
Hey, if somebody could tag Caesar, please.
And we've earned it because we keep
let him know, man. I would love for him to come on here tonight because what he's talking about.
Keep this sugar cookie bullshit afloat.
Oh Lord, what you say, Caesar?
You want to feel good?
Okay.
Look around. There's nothing to feel good about. And the thing that we keep doing is we keep ruining our community. We do it.
Say it
and
with
I'm
your
sorry.
chest, son.
No, the Klan ain't done it.
Say it with your chest, boy.
The white folks conspiring to do this one. No. It's us.
Say it with your chest,
the black
boy.
folk. The ones with no money, no connections, but all the brains. Think about it. If we could do it, we'd be doing it, right? It's stupid.
Slow down, Caesar. We coming in hot tonight. Welcome to the show, sir. How are you?
I'm okay, sir. How about yourself?
Your mute button is down. Hold on, no, that's not you. That's me. Go ahead.
How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. Are you following? Did you catch this from the beginning?
No, I did not.
Are you catching his just so all right? So what he's talking about is apparently Kingstree moved away from their coach. And so this is apparently the coach that came from Greeleyville. Because I remember Greeleyville was doing it. As Caesar McKnight says, this guy,
the football team,
they just fired their coach, and Caesar is livid. Hold on, let me roll it back a little bit. And so we're halfway through, literally halfway through it. So I'm gonna roll it back just a little bit, and he's saying things, man, that oh man, Pat, come on, man, Pat, I sent you that link now. Come on, click that link, Pat. Come on board, Pat. I need you in this conversation right now, big dog.
Question. They fired Smitty?
All right, hold on, man. Let me let brother Caesar. If you know Caesar, send him a link. He can tell us best. But from right now,
you've hurt the community. You've hurt the children. I'm ashamed. I'm embarrassed. It's disgusting. So I'm going to tell you right now, do not come to my office asking for money for this football program. I'm not giving you one red cent, not one dime. And yes, I spend money because I asked Coach Smitty, do you have a jugs machine? For those of you that don't know, the jugs machine is the thing that throws the football that those kids can practice and catch. I bought one.
Thousands
A
of dollars.
$2,000 machine for that program. And anytime he'd ask me for something, I'd do it. Whether it be buying team meals and do whatever. Nope. You got the connections. Y'all know so much. Get it yourself. I'm embarrassed. I really am embarrassed. You should be ashamed. I know you're sitting someplace thinking you did something, but you should be ashamed. It's bigger than football. That man was a teacher. He did more than just coach. He mentored. We got a saying here. You got to give somebody what they make. Well, name a coach from around here that's put somebody in the NFL other than Coach Smith. Name someone who's put more kids in college from King Street on athletic scholarships than Coach Smitty. And where y'all gonna magically get the money to pay the new coach now? Where? You sure ain't gonna get it from me. You're too lazy to even create a not-for-profit.
Oh, he just hit the doggone the head on the horse, or the horse in the mouth, and the big PA. Boy, listen here. You could add some insight to this right here, man. Smitty must have been that man. Hold on, hold on. I got you. My bad. I got you muted. There you go. Go ahead. Run that. Go ahead.
Smitty is that dude. Smitty for the community, though. Smitty for the community. He started in C. Murray and came to King Street. They begged Smitty to come to King Street because he wasn't coming when they do that the annex. But Smitty, C. Murray and King Street. Smitty wasn't even the coach. He was going elsewhere. They begged Smitty to come to King Street. Smitty that dude, man.
Wow. So
Smitty love them kids, bro. Smitty love them kids. Every year Smitty been to King Street, Smitty has signed somebody to the Citadel or D1 every year. And that's facts. You think I lying? Ask all the rushers. Ask the rusher in the NFL right now. Ask. He'll tell you. Smitty that dude, man.
But this is the problem with
why do we consistently run them type of people away from our community?
And I compare, and I do comparison now. Smitty do all that at King Street, but we send our star players to Erskine and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? We don't sign D1.
Talk about it.
We don't sign D1. We sign D3s.
Hey, and hit to your point, Pat. Right to your point, right? So when they be like, man, them boys they're talking. Here's a kid right here who had to go all the way to Fullerton College in California.
Yeah.
Okay. Right here from Andrews, South Carolina.
Man, I can go
from Andrews, South Carolina, and the kid I'm talking about is this kid right here, Sheffield boy.
And he ain't never been to California. They ain't even visit school for you with there. They just sent him.
Hey, they never been to California.
Never.
Went there and
when he said
American. Look at this, bro.
Hey, and when he said, I said California, dog. I said you ain't never been out of Andrews, California. I said, did you visit school? He said, nah, that was Coach Sean got. I said, all the schools and JUCOs in America, he sent you to California.
You got Georgia military. They could have sent them to
all
Kansas,
that
to the end of Kansas, Texas, and even Florida and Georgia are all football hotbeds for junior colleges. And if I'm not mistaken, wasn't he a high academic kid?
Yes, high academic. Yeah, 3.5 kids.
Excuse my language. So why the fuck is he going JUCO?
Because that's all Durham see them kids as. Talk
Hey,
Darcy
Pat,
is
turn the TV
6'3",
down in the back.
215. I got you, bro. Talk is 6'3", dog, 215, playing wide receiver.
He's
What the
taller
hell
than
he
that
doing that?
now. He's
Yeah,
Talk is closer to 6'5" now.
why is he at Erskine? They don't even have a football field. They play in a rec field. And I don't know, my son went there.
Under recruited. Under recruited.
But
And
listen,
you can't say
man, hey, I've been saying this for a long time, though. Andrews High just want to win the season. They ain't trying to win no championship. And that's going back to when Swag played tailback at Andrews High. But no, they didn't want to win the season. Because you can't tell me when that era when my son up in the freshman sophomore, Durham should have like 3 or 4 championships. You know what I'm saying? And I followed them kids relentlessly. And he gets third, fourth round playoff.
You coached him as well. Like they don't.
Man, they trained at my gym.
Exactly. This
That
is
little,
what people don't.
that little BS workout they were doing at Anderson High. You doing 3 sets of 5. Talking about you max. What the? You know what I'm saying? They tell my kids they overworking. What the hell you mean? You know what I'm saying? But
and then
man,
when we run up until Philip Simmons and get blow off the field,
get your head beat in. Tell my son them, doing 2,500 reps is irrelevant. It's repetition. It's muscle memory.
Moderate reps, muscle memory, and endurance.
But I don't want to gym. I told them when they tell us to tell Durham, let's me and Durham have a lift off. If he gonna lift me, I shut the hell up. That ain't gonna happen.
Listen, let me drop this.
I'll lift Durham drunk. Time to tell you.
Let me drop
2 gallons.
We gonna get back on that. Let me drop this in for my man Chef.
The firefighters.
And so that's Andrews High School talent that went to again. You looking at they actually redshirted him his freshman year.
Yeah,
and our thing is and this kid was he was in the North South game. He was the 2A lineman of the year.
Yep.
And ended up having a red shirt in California at Cal Fullerton.
Matt, you got to think. My son was 2A running back of the year, but he started his sophomore year. He was 2A linebacker of the year. Then the next year they had a running back, so he went to running back, went 2A running back of the year. Then Brandon Johnson was defensive lineman of the year. You know what I'm saying? And these kids had no offers.
And that's asinine.
No offers.
That's asinine to say the least, man. Not when
That's
you see
offers.
kids from South Carolina is a
Relationships
football
matter.
hotbed. A football hotbed. You see kids from South Carolina going to Division I schools all throughout the state. So to tell me that two kids that were 2A state players of the year at their position did not get recruited.
My boy Brandon John was 2A state players 2 times in a row. That's never happened to side. Check the records. 2 times in a row. Sophomore, junior and sophomore and senior year. 2 times in a row.
That's crazy.
and Roger McCullough got selected to the I believe it was like the military All American game. You know what I'm saying? And all of them trained at my gym. But he told them guys, I ain't know what I'm talking about.
It's kind of hard to say.
Well,
You don't
I
know
tell
what
you what, I know whoever voted in that, whoever that committee was that left this young man right here off that thing right there.
Just look at all the medals, though.
Right now, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you this right now. That right there, you're looking at one of the rarest athletes ever.
You see them chins on the neck. You see them chins on the neck.
I see who's standing behind him.
He in the dungeon. He in the dungeon. He in the dungeon. You know what I'm saying?
No,
he in the dungeon.
I'm saying, I don't know who was on the committee, but I know this right here. There's no way in the world that man, this should have not been on it.
Well, listen, there is no committee, dog. I'm trying to tell you. There is no committee. It's 2 people.
Are you serious?
Man, there's no committee. Hey, I ain't starting no drama neck. You know, they coming on my neck, though. I ain't starting no drama, but it's only 2 people, though.
Only 2 people, you ain't gonna be starting the drama, Pat. It's my fault for talking about it, okay?
Hey, there's only 2 people, though. And one person ain't know nothing about exercise. She just works. She just the principal. You know what I'm saying? The other person lived here all her life. You know what I'm saying? That's fact. The head football coach, he told him leave it alone. He had nothing to do with it.
So what you saying is a female committee left females off of the thing?
Shit, I ain't want to crush your podcast.
That's why we ain't got no female Hall of Famers.
If a pig pussy Paul, I'm trying to tell you right now. Leave that alone right there. Leave that right there.
Hey, listen.
I'm leave that right there, though.
Oh man.
People lying to people though. You know what I'm saying?
Because
people get on me for telling the truth, though. The truth is the truth.
Because
you know what I'm saying?
They asking me like I know.
Man, listen. When they said they're gonna do the Hall of Fame,
all I know is this.
Man, listen. When they said they're gonna do the Hall of Fame, right? Me and Relly Brown spoke, and they were throwing some names up, and I was just being brutally honest, really. I love them, but they ain't did nothing. They ain't did nothing special. When you say Hall of Fame, dog, you got to be like, oh, they gonna lose without me. You know what I'm saying? People never call out.
Yeah,
no, they can role players.
That's
it. I think some people role players.
What we need 2 halls, right? We need a Hall of Fame and we need a Hall of Good.
Good. Nah, Hall of Good don't exist, though. You just been a role player. You know what I'm saying? when you talking about Hall of Fame, though, you talking about the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? Like Leroy Gaskin. How Leroy Gaskin was not one of the first. You know what I'm saying? And listen, and these I ain't talking about us people talking. These come from the other side of the ditch. They were like Leroy Gaskin, the best basketball. He said the best basketball ever at Anderson. He said was the best basketball ever. And now he's not first ballot. And then there only be 3 people.
Oh,
come on, man.
Can I say one thing? Leroy Gaskin went to Western Carolina and
broke records.
And led all of Division One in rebounding and was top 5 in field goal percentage as a freshman at Western Carolina.
My question is this: why was John Stamper selected?
You play with him. I mean, you play with him, right?
We used to put John. We put John Stamper send him on the wide receiver and stand there. He was never part of no play.
But it's a good look. I guess they looked at his career on the whole. He's one
Shaq. Will Shaq will play 10 plus years overseas, pro ball.
Yep, 15 in Europe. Australia.
Easy.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We looking at.
Listen, I'm
John
trying to make the
what?
argument. I know the answers you know too, okay? But I'm just trying to make that.
And we go be real about it. Be real about it. You know what I'm saying? You can't say, oh, and I wasn't being disrespectful to do Irvin. I never heard of him though. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm like, who is this guy? Never heard of him.
But that's why that process can't be dealt. Pat, I don't believe you when you say 2 people. All right, let's just leave it right there. Okay, let's just agree
I'm trying to tell you, man. If a pig was okay, I got the inside track, though. They try to keep me off their neck. I heard 2 people. Hey, 2 people. Scott Durham said he had nothing to do with it. He ain't wanted nothing to do with it. He glad he. Durham said he don't want nothing to do with it. I heard 2 people now.
and so that if I don't know, man. I mean, I'm laughing, but Brian, you talking about the history. You're talking about history, and we talk so much about how people come and rewrite our history. This is why people are having such a reaction to it, because you're playing with history. You're playing with the history of
real.
I mean, do you have another high school history to claim? You know what I mean? I know.
No,
yeah, you got my forms. You good. You can be like, man, listen. You know what I mean? But seriously, like this is how important history is, because after we're gone, that's what's going to be left for those to come along. And,
Matt,
so if the story, if
you're
not getting a clear picture of what Andrews High sports were.
Man, listen, just think of how much money we made at Andrews High. If NIL was existed by we played ball. You know what I'm saying? You remember them going to that gym and you can't stand in it, you can't sit down, no stand in the room, sold out, you gotta buy your ticket at 11 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? And then somebody gonna play with your legs, something you wasn't good enough. Man, you don't start playing my name like that.
Exactly. And that
you don't start playing.
And that just didn't happen for the 31-0 team. That happened from around 92 all the way to maybe about 98, 99. That's how
I'm in the school district. I'm in the school district, dog. I'll be in the meeting. They be like, Andrews High. And the first thing they say, y'all boys some ballers back there. You know what I'm saying? They know when they played Andrews High, dog, they've been in a dog fight. You know what I'm saying? And dog, that's not even basketball. I'm talking about football, baseball, and everything. You know what I'm saying? Because the baseball team is just good now.
Exactly.
Well, Chris Morrison, all them boys in that baseball team, no boys just good.
Hell, the softball teams. Let's not forget about the girls. Real. The softball teams, legacies and kicking ass. I mean, this go back.
Summer John and all of them.
Yep.
And what other girl name was? It was Katie Hemingway. Kelly Hemingway.
I think it was Kelly Hemingway. You have
Kelly Hemingway been a dog, boy. Yeah. Was it him or Barano?
Barano.
Kerry Barano. Kerry Barano was a dog, boy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, me and Ronald Bowser talk about Kerry Barano all day long. Ronald Bowser. Tell you. But these people who selected.
I think because there is so much history. Once, and again, this is, hey, we just commenting on it. It's over now. But I think once what I think should have happened was once they realized, okay, well, we don't have but so many candidates, right? They should have known that was bull right there because of the history of Andrews High. There's too much history, and they should have said, well, maybe we not, I don't know.
Nope.
Maybe we
nobody was doing no research, man.
All they had to do
nobody
is
nobody was doing no real research.
I was at the field every Friday night.
Exactly.
And
we talk football every Saturday morning. And that's the thing.
But
when you try to be a part of the program, and then these parts of the program, you know what I mean? Of course, I don't have no insight. I didn't play all the years out there. You feel what I'm saying? So it's just. But
they should have. I feel they should have said, well, we're gonna do 2 football, 2 basketball, 2 baseball, 2 softball, and just spread it all
of the sports.
All the sports. You know what I'm saying? Not just pick 3 people. You know what I'm saying?
Because you got 53 years of history that you gotta read.
Wait, guys, hold on now. Wait. You had to be entered. You had to,
be nominated. But that's another BS, because if you're on a committee, they say it's a committee, but it's only 2 people. Okay, so if the committee was doing their research, you know what I'm saying? A true committee, you know what I'm saying? A true committee will pick like, oh, X, Y, Z. We gonna throw all of them in the hat. You know what I'm saying? You can't. I mean, we go all day talking about people who we like to get in, but I'm talking about true dogs. Like, you're gonna win or lose. Those are people should be in the Hall of Fame. You know what I'm saying? For real. Bernie Cummings played all 5 positions. Kid Cummings was All American. These stats, stuff you can't.
Don't sleep on Vernie. Vernie was a 2-time All-State player, 3-time
right.
Coast.
He played all 5 positions.
All-region, 4-time All-Region, 3-time All-County. Like, Vernie Cumby is one of the best, the most versatile.
He played all 5 positions.
The most.
All right, so check this out.
Let me.
Hey, and they didn't even mention Martin Gill, y'all.
Lloyd is Vernie Cumby and Eddie.
Let's go current. Let's go current. Pat, you think you got
current right now?
I got something for you right now. Let me see how you think about this right here. Right? Okay. There's a young man that played quarterback at Andrews High for the last couple years, right? Okay.
Who? Giselle Murphy.
Last name Cumby.
Brandon.
Okay. Now, this young man. We're talking Brandon, right? This young man, extraordinary.
Brandon got a better career playing safety.
Okay, now let me finish the questions. How about that?
Durham ruling that quarterback. He should have been playing safety the whole time.
All right, so my question to you is: now, I heard, okay, and this is through the grapevine. I heard that there was interest for the North-South game, but because there wasn't any film. Now we gotta preface this with the fact that this young man was an all-state cornerback in his sophomore year.
Wow.
Then DB for real.
And
for real. You got 2 years in a row playing DB.
And so
2 years in a row playing DB.
For 2 years after that, he was on
because
the field.
His brother played quarterback.
Yeah, maybe 5 plays on defense throughout the whole next 2 years. And so
for real,
when it was time to make the selection, that's Flanagan out there checking in. You know, that's Kim Morris right there. Speaking of shit, because I'm like, how Mike know Dennis Graham? I'm like, hold on, Mike. Now, you ain't been around that long.
Hey, 2A State Player of the Year, McDonald's All-American nominee, Dennis Graham.
You better believe it.
No doubt. But that Brandon, that they did not pick him up for the North-South game because there wasn't any recent film on him at corner.
If they had a recent, that's on the school part, because they got huddle and all kind of crap. A camera always rolling somewhere.
Yeah,
right.
But what I heard was that
he wasn't so. You know when you run for Heisman in college, the school
Puts a
go all
package
in for you.
together.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
a package. Yeah, of course.
They
Make sure you
they
got
went
that.
up. They went
Because
all in for them. Trying to tell you.
but that also gets to something else with these kids that at a certain point, especially now with NIL in place, going into college and stuff like this, your junior senior year, you got to make a business decision.
Listen, no, your sophomore year, you gotta make a business decision because once you realize a school ain't care for you, it's time you to go somewhere else.
Yep.
And see, my whole thing was when my son was going to ninth grade, I've been seeing my boys the Carver's big. You know what I'm saying? But I trusted the coach who coached me. You know what I'm saying? Ain't one of them getting the raw end of the deal. If either I will send my boys to either Carver's big or Walkmart. You know what I'm saying? And I guarantee they'd have had a full ride someplace. Because in them schools, everybody buy in. The guidance counselors, the teachers, and all that buy in. Andrews High don't buy in like that. Ask the 8th grade to go to 9th grade, do they give them a packet? And Andrews High, ask. Like that kid right now, we need play DN right now. You're a junior. No, the kid had the sacks.
Chris.
Ask Chris how much offers he got right now. He got another year left. Ask the running back. Hey, how much running back offers he got right now? You're 10th grader. You know what I'm saying? But you know what these parents gonna do? Keep trusting what them coaches tell them, lying to them. You know what I'm saying? And only shopping them to D2, D3 schools, somewhere in Timbuktu, Texas. You know what I'm saying? When they ain't got no grocery store, number one gas station.
And here's the thing about Division. Here's the thing about Division II. It's hard as hell to get a Division II scholarship, a full ride. It's hard.
Right.
There's no such thing as full scholarships at D2s no more. It costs $30,000 a year to go to Division II school. You know how much it costs to go to Erskine? You know how much it costs to go to Claflin?
I know.
Limestone?
My son went to Erskine. I know. For
that
real.
Shit costs. They don't give out full rides.
That's why he started driving trucks. That shit costs, man. For real. No. And they don't tell you that. That's why he started driving trucks.
What they do is they got $90,000, maybe if you had a top tier D2 school. And they break that money down and decide what players will get full rides and what players will get
partials. 22,000, 2,500.
Exactly. Then you got to get your financial aid and your Pell Grant money. There are no full rides at D2s.
And guess what? And that ain't even for your books. That ain't even for your books.
So let's take this situation that's going on in King Street, Pat. How much harm are those people causing to young black men? Let's just talk about it. Black men.
Level 10.
How many? Just give. Try to give
level
people
10.
an idea of what kind of effect
level
they
10
having in the area.
Level 10 right now because he got about 5, 6 of them get recruited right now.
Exactly.
The time D1.
Exactly.
Level 10. Exactly. He got 5, 6 getting recruited right now. Free is level 10.
They're already dealing with so much over there in terms of blind leading the
change that he done made over there. You see the weight room at King Street?
Yeah.
They done got a customized weight room now over there, man. Them kids practice in the morning.
He's got a player that he had his hands on, but to play for playing right now for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Exactly.
Listen, he got it set up, man, where them kids practice early in the morning.
Start listening to him.
Listen. It's hard to get a kid to wake up 7 o'clock in the morning to go to football practice. You know what I'm saying? He got them kids get up in the morning and practice before school start. Think about that now, because he know they got to work in the afternoon because the parents saying stay like this. You know what I'm saying? So the kids got to help out.
It's a lot of weak people. It's a lot of weak people in powerful positions that keep the real strong men, the men that's just gonna lead through.
Smitty a solid dude.
Hold on.
Smitty a solid dude, man. Smitty a solid dude.
I'm gonna say 3 things, and I want you to understand this. Do you know? You remember the effect that someone had on kids in Andrews 15 years ago? That's Smitty's effect on King Street. That's Yeah, that's Smitty's effect on King Street as we speak.
And see, I wasn't being disrespectful when I said,
now he tell you throughout the 15 years, 30, 40, 50 kids that he's gotten to the next level.
But see, I wasn't even being disrespectful to Kenny Hins when I said he ain't developed nobody, because we go to that rec and learn with Hank. Hank and them ball with that. You know what I'm saying? All the old heads been in the gym. You know what I'm saying? If y'all had Anders had this sector, Italy had this sector, Big Damn had this sector, Sam had this. When we came to Anders High, all they coach had to do was just figure it out. You know what I'm saying? It just
run my system. Run my system. And
it wasn't no development. He just put the right chemistry together. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna have you prepared to play.
I mean, I ain't arguing about his being in the thing, but he really had no work to do though. Once we learned the flex, it was a wrap. Hello? Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I'm here.
I'm here as well.
I'm getting some background from one of you guys' mic. Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you. But yeah, man, that is hold on a second, guys. I want y'all to let's listen to a little bit more Caesar, because he does get into some more things that is just this. I think this is what's in the air right now, if you ask me. You know what I mean? You know, Cat Williams started it off. And now, you know what I mean, all foolishness gets exposed. Hey, Donald Gilliard, come on, man. Come on, Donald. What you know about Martin Gilliard, man? I know that's your son, man, but hey, his championship is in Andrews, South Carolina. So he's Andrews' favorite son. Let's just say it like that. What's going on, Big Donald?
Bucknell University graduate, all-state player as a junior and a senior. McDonald's All-American nominee, Martin Gilliard.
No doubt. No diggity. Let's get this thing here queued back up here. I got to find out where I was at.
Football program. I'm not giving you one red cent.
Okay.
Not one dime. And yes, I spend money. Because I asked Coach Smitty, do you have a jugs machine? For those of you you got the connections. Y'all know so much. Get it yourself. I'm embarrassed. I really am embarrassed. You should be ashamed. I know you sit someplace thinking you did something, but you should be ashamed. It's bigger than football. That man was a teacher. He did more than just coach. He mentored. We got a saying here. You got to give somebody what they make. Well, name a coach from around here that's put somebody in the NFL other than Coach Smith.
John Spears. Name a couple of them guys up there from
You got Coach Spears.
Yep.
You got Coach Nate Thompson at Carver's Bay. He has multiple NFL guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, just stop right there.
And I guess the point in me saying that is that there's not a lot. There's not a lot. So if you got that, seems as if you would want to, use that resource.
But it's the blind leading the blind over there. I mean, let's just be honest. If the state of South Carolina has to take over an entire school district, that should let you know something.
He did mention that too, but let me let him get to it. There you go.
Name someone who's put more kids in college from King Street on athletic scholarships than Coach Smitty.
Oh, he did preface it with King
Where
Street.
y'all gonna magically get the money to pay the new coach now? Where? You sure ain't gonna get it from me. You're too lazy to even create a not-for-profit to raise money.
That's important.
Yeah, you know, the thing that would encourage people to donate money to the athletic program because they get tax deductions.
Oh man, say that again, Caesar. Let me run that back. Would you mind saying that again?
Money. Yeah, you know, the thing that would encourage people to donate money to the athletic program because they get tax deductions. You're too lazy to do that. But you'll come beg. Stop calling me on Facebook, on Messenger. I hate that. That's creepy. Don't do that.
He going in, bro.
No, together. Williamsburg, it's not going to get together. Anybody with good sense, school here. Because why? Because they see what goes on. There's no way. I'm not giving you another dime. Don't come ask me for nothing. Nothing. And for those of you who say, oh, well, you're hurting your business. My clients don't come from King Street. Y'all already don't like me. A good man is never honored in his own land. That's all right. But God got me. I'm good. I hope he has you.
That top boy, Little Caesars.
Think about how many kids he took on college tours with his money to expose them. Things that the kids around here don't see.
Come on.
I'll tell you, do you understand how it is that our children don't have things? I'll tell you a quick story.
And you guys go to his page and check out the rest of that, because he gets into the story about opportunity, and he is absolutely right. And then he really gets passionate about the fact that you have adults that position themselves in the way of people that want to provide opportunities for the children.
I'm gonna say this, and here's the biggest issue with Williamsburg County: nepotism. You got a guy there that won multiple state titles at Hemingway and might have gotten 3 kids in the school that's on their school board. Then you got a guy that is actually running the school district, quote unquote, whether he's an assistant superintendent or whatever the heck he is, that pretty much shouldn't be where he is. It's one of the reasons why that district was pretty much said, hey, the state said, hey, we need to come in and police the actual policemen who are actually pillaging from the county itself, and to get rid of someone who is not only a pillar in the community, but is a father figure to some of these kids. And not only is he taking these kids on college tours, he's taking these kids to actual college university camps so that they can get recruited, so that they can be exposed.
This is what you was talking about last night.
Yes. So I know it can be done. And that's why
it's not like it's happening 1,000 miles away from Andrews.
No, right next door. But it's because of him and other coaches in the Low Country that get it. It's bigger than winning 10 games. King Street didn't win many games this year, but guess what? I guarantee you his kids will go play at the next level, because it's bigger than winning state titles. It's bigger than just winning games. It has to be a balance. You're winning and you're getting kids in the school. That's the only way you can keep that community thriving and people willing to come back and give, is when you actually take the time out to pour into kids and not just take from kids. They so backwards that the coach that they have now in basketball, he deserves to be there, and he's building a program. They were going to give someone else a job that can't even lead the program he has now.
Because it's their people. They again, That's the worst. We're the worst with nepotism. Leadership is man, leadership is a real thing, man, and it's a real thing, and there's a lack of it in our area. There's a lack of real leadership because there's too much I want to spare this person's feelings instead of just doing what was right for, just doing the right thing. So and that's, I don't see no different from that is grand right there, man. That is grand. And then Pat coming in here with the controversial stuff. You know what I mean? So basically, the Hall of Fame vote was a popularity contest. It had nothing to do with the real, with the real metrics. I guess they, put this out there. This is the same thing that happened. That's like with the controversy with the whole homecoming thing, with the tickets and all that. Oh, we had it up on the website. You know what I mean? But for who? You know what I mean? Talk to somebody who would know. You know what I mean? The mayor knows some history about the football. He's at the damn game every Friday night. Harry White, I mean, played in the program. These people that's just on the damn sideline every Friday night that, you just look past, like they just not even connected to the program, and then you wonder why.
And I got a question for you.
I feel sorry for this. Go ahead. I feel sorry, but let me say this. I feel sorry for those young men at King Street, because I've seen when you take a positive person like that out of an environment, a person that really cares about elevating young men, you see the aftermath.
They're in trouble. They're in trouble over there. When you get rid of somebody like Smitty, when you have coaches there who actually are program builders.
Do you think there's anything that the community? Do you think there's anything that the community can do? Could the community demand that he?
If they were smart, they would do it. Carver's Bay did it. If they were smart, they would do it. If you feel like someone has the best interest of your children at heart, you don't allow them to pretty much ostracize somebody who's been helping.
He's making Citadel. He's making Citadel men.
Right.
You know who tried to do that for me in Andrews, South Carolina?
Oh,
Woody Cox.
Wow.
Mr. Woody Cox, excuse me. Used to be the pharmacist at Piggly Wiggly.
Piggly Wiggly. Yeah.
Yeah, took me there on a recruiting trip.
Wow. It's problematic.
Crazy, the self-sabotage is real.
Yeah, it is. It's not only is it real, it's
one Halloween.
I wonder, do these people that's at the top of these programs now, do they give Mr. Arthur Smith a real conversation? Do they go and talk to a Mr. Ben Dunn?
Evidently they don't.
Or these just all these, and I'm talking about Arthur still travels. Mr. Arthur still travels every Friday.
Wow. I don't even think they probably even know who Arthur Smith actually is, to be honest with you. Mr. Arthur Smith, my apologies.
Man, listen, if what Pat say is true, please, man. That rank number 7th in the damn nation in high school. Not in the state, in the country. And just as humble as he can be. He would never do this. He wouldn't even come on the show and make this noise that I'm making. Just go about his way, running his business, raising his kids, raising his family. But y'all want to play with history? Okay, cool. But not cool. Who the cap fits, let them wear it.
Wear it. Yeah, I concur. It's just too much. It's too much history to whitewash it in terms of athletic success and prowess of some who actually did it at a high level.
Hey, I made the comment about Andrews High basketball the other night, and but you don't go since Coach Hazelton left. You don't go 136 and 227 and then talk to me. You know what I'm saying? And let's get it. Let's get a little greasy right now. Right? It's hot here right now, which is it's all good. But let's get a little greasy right now because the talk has always been, used to be around there, man. We need a black coach before Kenny Hazelton came along. I mean, after while he was there, it was, because that would resonate with the kids. Bum, 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 bum. Do you know that we've had 3 black coaches at Andrews High?
Yes, sir.
Do you know that all 3 black coaches have been unsuccessful? I'm not making this up. I'm just saying, I'm stating facts. My point being, we did this with the mayor thing in Andrews. Let's get a black mayor, right? We need to put a little bit more criteria on things than just being black, because being black just ain't cutting it. We've had 3 coaches, and you could take all 3 of their records and put them together, and you wouldn't have a 500 record. It's just a fact. Go look it up. If you want, I'll pull it up, but we gotta go there. But my point is just like Caesar is saying, we gotta really, because again, what are we talking about? Are we talking about wins and losses? Are we talking about shaping young men's lives, young women's lives?
People don't quantify what was being done from 2003 to 2010, 2011 before that guy ended up going to Greenville. I promise you, if he would have gotten the job, you would see a vast difference in the basketball program. It would not look the way.
I just see the difference in Greenville, bro. We talk every day. I see the difference. I just see it in Greenville.
His philosophy, his coaching philosophy.
Brother. Come on, man. I get to hear the brother greeting kids in the morning at school. That same thing he would have been doing in our community, in a community that he loved.
And bled for, not just love, bled for. I mean, it's one thing people say, well, I'm not biased. When we stopped playing college sports, we went back and started trying to help kids from our area, not just Georgetown County, but the Low Country, get exposure, gain exposure, whether it be Vic Sims All-Stars, then the South Carolina Ravens, taking them to different camps, getting them into prep school if they weren't academically where they need to be or just needed a little bit more exposure. If he would have gotten that job, I know a lot more kids would have went to school. Not only that, young men would have had trades. Young men would have went in the military. Because here's the thing. If you go back, and I don't know if he still has it. If you look at what he presented to the district, to the district, to the people who were on the committee, he wanted a 2.3 GPA in order to play at Andrews High School. He wanted to impose a curfew and to have a parent, teacher, coach contract that if you don't abide by these rules and do these things, you cannot suit up. And you had study hall. So he was trying to develop a program where it would be similar to what it would be at the collegiate level. And you know what they did? They told him he wasn't qualified enough. And they gave the job to someone who was the girls' coach at Georgetown High School.
Who actually wasn't a good coach, but had a really good young lady that kind of carried him. But that's another story. Go ahead.
So, yes, it's problematic to me because I see the little Harolds, I see the Vanders, I see the Thomases, I see the big Davids. That David was a 6'8.5", 6'9" Caucasian kid that didn't have a lot, but he was mannerable. He did well in the school, and he had to go in the military because the person who actually was working with him didn't get the job that he should have had. When David could have either went to junior college or could have went to prep school or could have went to Division I or Division II school if somebody stayed there and had that job. And we're not even talking about the Stephons or the Newts or the kids that came after Corey and Harold, like Yohan Yays, and Kinley's. If Quan is at Andrews High School, Kinley doesn't go to Walkmore. Be no need for him to go to Walkmore because we already were tied in with two of the biggest travel ball programs in the state of South Carolina. So why would there be a need to go play for your travel ball coach? My fault, Bam Bam. At Quan Pope. My apologies, sir. Why would there be a need to stay at with another coach in a program at Walkmore when there was already one being built in Andrews?
And here's the numbers right here. You can see the breakdown for yourself. Just hasn't been a good thing. And I'm listening to Caesar over there talk, and I'm just like, okay, what's going on over here? You know, Branham, 7-17, 7-17, 11-13. You know, he had one winning season here, 15-10, and one down here. 2 winning seasons. And Rodney Giles, 5-15, 3-16. And then Roderick White, 2-6. Was that a COVID year or something?
Yeah.
Okay. They should have stayed in COVID. 1-16. This is the black coach era, right? And got 13-12 winning season, 9-13 losing season, and right now, what are we? 4-8. So, you know, there you go. You know, there you go. You know, I got a nasty text today about the basketball and things like that. It's like, what do you want me to do? Not see the numbers and be like, oh well, no, because it was going to spare somebody's damn feelings. We losing, we suck.
What did it consist of? What did the text say?
You throwing the program under the I don't have to throw the program under the bus. The damn program is under the damn bus. It's not even. The program is under the damn street. It's under the dirt. Yeah. That's
You're
all
right,
good.
Bam Bam. His coaching resume is unmatched. If I can go off of how many kids that he's gotten into school since we started helping kids get into school, it's probably over a couple hundred on the girls and boys. And we're not just talking about African American. He just doesn't work with African American men and young ladies. We're talking about Caucasian ladies who have played at Yale and Harvard. A couple females that have played at Georgia State, Georgia Tech,
USC,
USC, Like the amount of kids that he's gotten into school, and I'm a vessel, but what I will say is that he was boots on the ground and multiple state titles. Multiple state titles, Bam Bam. My apologies. Multiple. And I want to say it's over 4 in terms of periodical state championships with St. Mary's, which is the premier periodical school in Greenville, South Carolina. Yeah, he's so humble that he won't even tell you what he's done. Whether it be him, whether it be him playing as a athlete or coaching, and then he doesn't mind coming back home to give back. That's the sad thing about it. He's home more often than people may think he is. But what's the purpose? Like he said, it's tough to get slighted when you come back home. You was a grad assistant in college, but you said, no, I'm not going to stay at Claflin. I'm going to come home and I'm going to give back. So not only do you work at the school, you work at Parks and Rec. The kids are in the gym all the time, and you're painting a picture on a canvas that is pristine, but nobody sees it but the people that are seeing it from the same view as you. And when you go to apply for a job and you have a pristine interview, they tell you, we're going to go in another direction. With someone that didn't have your resume nor your recommendations from 2 college basketball coaches, and who both were doing well at the time frame that you played for and worked for. It's problematic to say the least. And even with Pat, the things that Pat have done to help kids from this area get to where
Pat too aggressive, man. Pat just too aggressive. Pat, they don't listen. Nobody wants Pat around because Pat gonna say what he think. He's just a little too aggressive, and that's a little off-putting. And
aggressive for who? For who? He's a leader of men. That's the distinct difference.
Hey,
that's the distinct difference. He's a leader of young men that want to see kids be successful, and he doesn't sugarcoat anything.
You cannot take an alpha male like that and expect like he needs to be controlled, okay? Because he's teaching these kids to play a violent game, and God forbid he has them mentally prepared to go out and do that at a high level, okay? Well, that's just the end of all of that.
I got a question for you. Did you see how the players that he was training looked? Did you see how Marcus Pope looked?
Well,
you're preparing kids to go play at the next level. This is not as much as people, you gotta see, back in my day we did it this way, and Tommy Bowden came down to watch this. Man, these coaches are not coming to your local high schools to watch games. I'm telling you that right now. So if you're not at these elite camps, if you're not playing travel basketball or travel baseball, or doing 7-on-7 in the summertime, or going to these elite football camps, then you're behind the 8 ball when it comes to recruiting.
No, Brandon, what I'm saying is that I love that. I you know what I mean? You talking to another alpha, so I get. I know that there's not the level of aggression on the sideline sometimes is kind of off-putting to me, because I believe in that you have to approach football with a certain mind state, and for some players they needed to get mad. I didn't need to get mad. I was always in not an angry phase, but I was in a very aggressive mind state. Okay. And so, that in my attempt at sarcasm, I was just saying that scares people. That's what scares people about Pat a lot of time. You know what I mean? And it don't help that he's bigger than a goddamn
built like a silverback gorilla. But
yeah.
here's the distinct difference though. When you got guys like that are pretty much shaping kids to become physical specimens, you need that around your program. And then he played fullback at the Division II level, but he was a hell of a middle linebacker in high school. 3 years of over 100 plus tackles. That's unheard of, man. That's unheard of. Unheard of. Like, if you ever seen the movie The Program, you remember the movie The Program?
Mm-hmm.
That guy was Pat.
No doubt. And but listen, I don't know, man. All right, listen, we peaking at that time, man. Well, I thought I had some more time on this thing. It's all good though, man. But yeah, man, crazy situation down in Kingstree, South Carolina. It's going to be interesting, man. But it seems as if they being the people in power, if a person has a certain sway with kids and command a certain respect in some environments, man, they're gonna do away with you. They're not gonna compete with you. They're just gonna do away with you, and that's just
it's sad. It's sad to say the least, because I guess it's not about being leaders of men, rearing up quality individuals and helping kids reach their zenith academically and athletically. To see someone like him get put in a situation where he shouldn't have to be. They should be trying to do everything in their will to keep a guy like Coach Smitty in the building. Not saying, hey, you can go. That's problematic in itself. And it's sad. And it just goes to show you it's the blind leading the blind down there.
So who's leading who in Andrews?
No comment.
Come on, man.
No comment.
Come on, man. And Pat, I don't believe you, brother. I'm gonna go ahead and just be straight up again. I don't believe you. There's no way that these people took two people and decided that was the committee and did that. There's no way they that's not how that's done. That's not how that was done.
But I got a question for you. And you mean to tell me that they couldn't made, because you could do your Hall of Fame the way you want to do your Hall of Fame.
Well, great point. Great point. And here's another point. Here's another suggestion. The Hall of Fame is not a novel idea, right? And it seemed to have worked for all these other different organizations for a long time. As a matter of fact, I had the privilege of even attending a Hall of Fame ceremony at Benedict College. Right?
If they brought Smitty to Andrews, I guarantee you, you would see
Davion going D1.
He going high D1, and we ain't talking about Chris and Davion will go Division I if Smitty is the head coach at Andrews High School. They
AJ
would
Lee
go
too.
Power 5. Power
Riley
5.
Jordan too. Riley Jordan too.
I'm telling you, the first two I named will go Power 5. The second two will be football bowl subdivision football players. It's too much talent walk door at Andrews High School for these kids not to go play at the Division 1 level. And if you're going D2, you're going D2 because there's a D2 offering you a full ride out west, and you just feel like you would go there and start immediately. It wouldn't be because you have to go D2 because you don't have any Division 1 offers. That's the distinct difference. One thing I can say about George Glimpse, Coach Glimpse, Coach Carl Williams, who both coached at Lower Richland, AC Flora when he had Xavier McDaniels,
I had some.
Tyrone Corbin. Coach Glimpse had Jermaine O'Neal and a host of others at Eau Claire, Marion Bugsby, to name a few. They won state titles, but they put their kids in the school. Like, they got their kids in the school.
My Uncle Mark was telling me a story today about Mr. Odom took him in his car, drove him to Market View, and they put the college in there. But that's how he ended up at Fayetteville State playing football.
Wow.
And I wanted to say this too, and this is why a committee of two people would be very selfish and very, I don't know, but because I wanted to say this, because we talked last night and everybody kept bringing up the name like Marion James and these different players, and like they said, and what's gonna get lost in this, right? Because Marion James wasn't out there blocking by his damn self, right? And so if you don't get people who know sports involved in this, there's a lot of great linemen, guys that played up front, that made it for your favorite running back to be able to score those touchdowns, that made it for your favorite quarterback to be able to throw those passes. You feel what I'm saying? These are the people that I'm talking about down in the trenches. You feel what I'm saying? Sir. These are the people. So that's why you got to have football people when you start dealing with the history of sports like that. If not, you will overlook people and make, horrible mistakes, like overlooking this man right here. I'm just going to say this. Irvin White, you got no argument with me, but this young man right here, who happened to be Irvin White's nephew, broke all of Irvin White records at Andrews High. Facts.
Valid assessment. Valid
Facts.
assessment, sir.
So either you don't know, and if me having an opinion about it upsets you, good, okay? Whatever, but ridiculousness. We could do a lot better than that. But if this two people thing turns out to be, we could do, but I will say some things about it. You know what I mean? I will say that thing.
Yes, ma'am. James Johnson at Keenan High School as well. You're actually correct, Leanna. The goal is, as a coach should be, yes, win games, but help my kids matriculate through school so that they can either achieve an athletic scholarship or do something with their lives. You are what you're doing, you're building productive young men and young women for the rest of their lives. It shouldn't just be about you tooting your own horn and what your accomplishments are when it comes to coaching. And one thing I can say about Smitty is that he's not that type of guy. For him to be at a 1A school and then go to a 2A border and 3A school in King Street And to get the amount of kids that he's gotten into school through football, it says
relationships, baby.
Relationships, and it says a lot about where his heart is. He hasn't won a state title, but guess what? His kids go to school. They go to school. They go to school, and that's what it's about. Those kids will come back and say, you know what, Coach Smith, I thank you because you saw something in me that helped me get you bridge built so that I can walk across that bridge to live as I climb to help somebody else up the same way. That's what coaching, in my humble opinion, is about. The winning should come naturally because winning is an attitude. Winning is a philosophy in itself that if you're preparing your kids the right way and you manage your games appropriately, you should win more games than you lose. So while I'm winning, my goal should be to help my kids get to where they need to go in life so that they can be successful as well.
Yep. And you know, man, on a little historical perspective, you know who started organized sports in the United States? The YMCA.
Hey, yep.
The YMCA. And, you know, it's fitting now that we have a YMCA in the town of Andrews. And that's what it is through organized sports, man. It's been, you know, a way for, you know, young men and women to be able to just character build, learn different, you know, skills, team building, team learning to work with a team, operate, you know, to accept defeat, know how to win. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's just so much in it, and it's a big position, and I would just say it's time for. I'm just kind of. I'm gonna walk away from that one right there. We got a YMCA. Yes, we have a YMCA in Andrews, Miss Flanagan, and I've been trying to volunteer at the YMCA. I'm gonna go back again this coming week after, you know, when I get back down there and offer again to come down to teach streaming services to the young people at the Andrews at Andrews YMCA. I did speak with the director. Actually had one of the biggest donors on the program in William Gaskins, you know, the organization that he represents, which is the Parsons Rebecca C. Parsons Foundation. And for some reason, we haven't gotten that call yet. I got my man with Clean Feed. We want to come down and we want to offer our expertise to these young people who are totally into streaming and all this other stuff. So, you know, it's another one of those situations where I'm getting kind of impatient. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Because now I'm having to scream and beg to help. Like, what's really going on? You know what I mean? Is it because you're hearing, well, Jamal's this, that? I am going to be highly opinionated. Why you think I spent $1,000 on a damn camera and $400 on lights? You think I did that to be quiet and not give my opinion? And if my opinion bothers you, then you need to really take a close look at yourself, because you would allow your ego to stop young people from, again, this is the same thing that Caesar was just talking about. Opportunity. These kids don't have an opportunity to turn on a damn $1,200, a $1,500 camera and operate this stuff, but I'm willing to just hand it to them, and I'm having to beg and scream to get into the community. But then when I act like this, it's like, well, you ain't have to act like this. Well, I was knocking at the damn door, so now I'm about to kick it off the damn hinges. It's ridiculous, bruh. And then to hear right in the next county, here's a man that is got a connection with young men, and you're gonna run him off.
I just pray they don't. I pray they don't do the same thing to Coach Evans, because he's starting to build a program himself in Kingstree, and I know that he has everything that it takes to not just win basketball games, but put kids on a platform to where they're getting seen in the spring and the summertime as well. And he has connections with college coaches also. So Kingstree has to do a better job of reading the room and not getting rid of people that actually can help their kids get the heck out of one of the poorest counties in South Carolina.
You got to be in the clique, B. You got to be in the clique, B. I guess, I don't know. Their superintendent makes about $89,000 a year. Georgetown County makes $190,000 a year.
Poof.
$100,000 swing there. So what are you guys actually getting for your leadership? That's the question I'm asking. You know what I mean? If the state has taken over that program, they need all the good people they can have down there.
Valid
they can
assessment.
get.
Valid assessment.
So, it's just
but
Smitty
will get a job. Smitty will get a job soon.
Of course, he's successful. He's a successful people.
Get a job soon, but then the people that are going to suffer are the kids.
You know what? You know the saying.
People are
F them kids. you know what the saying is? F them kids, man.
Pretty much. That's what it sounds like.
That's what's happening. That's what's happening, man. And again, yeah, I'm that passionate about that situation, man. I feel a certain kind of way, like, you know what I mean? When I I got something to offer, and there's some really bright kids down there that really need to, you know what I mean, that need to touch this stuff. And
not only do they need to touch it, it's what life is evolving into, going further into the 21st century. So why not teach kids how to use technology appropriately if they're going to stream properly?
There are kids and kids. My niece, right, has shown me viral videos that she has on her Instagram. 400,000 views on them. And you know how much money she's getting paid for that? Zero.
Wow.
Because nobody's teaching them that.
Wow. But, so no ads have come to her and because usually Instagram will call and ask, if
and there's people out screaming, hey, you know what I mean? You got people been on social media this whole time. They on social media every day. Every day. And if you're doing something every day and you don't know how to get paid from it, you really need to check yourself. If you're spending that much time doing anything and it's not, that's just how my brain is wired, because I spend, and then I don't spend as much time as you guys think I spend on it, because I pre-record a lot of stuff and have it coming out at different times. But my account has been monetized. People said that, well, he like controversy. I get paid for it. What are you talking about? I get paid to talk.
You
know what I mean?
I guess the problem with some people is that it's hard for people
for them to fathom doing it if they can't do it.
Exactly.
If they can't do it, how is he able to do it? He from the same place, but he went to cold meal with me. That's just, and it's that that's that, you know what I mean? That's wow, you know what I mean? Okay, cool. You know what I mean? But on the 22nd of every month, a little ting just dropped, from Facebook. And that's been going on for the last 4 years on social media. So I think I know a little bit of something about, You know what I mean? How to turn this thing into a thing. You know, we tapping into over 1.5 million thing. Even with all these people watching that don't hit the like button as if I'm charging for the like button. I still figured it out. You know what I mean? It's bananas, man. And then you wanna again, these kids are tapped into it. They the ones sitting around with the 10,000 view videos on their thing and not getting paid for it. I mean, enough traction on their social media pages to literally change some of their parents' lives. But, you know, parents are so locked into what they do and nothing else is existing. And this is the way it works. And I don't know how they do that. And, you know, or they do that over in New York or somewhere or someplace. You know what I mean? Like, okay.
Will they do it at Jamal?
Will they in New York or someplace or something like that? We can't do that. You know what I mean? Running around with a powerful device in your hand. That's why they call it a smartphone. But
yeah,
I digress. Anyway, man, listen, great talk tonight, man. Caesar, man, somebody tag Caesar, man. Let's get Caesar on here. We can do this 3 days in a row because Caesar sounded he got something he needed to.
Well, he definitely does. And I guess when you got a major donor like that to your program, you can't bite the hand. You can't bite the hand that actually feeds you.
And he got the I'm sorry, and he doesn't have the politically correct filter on right now. So that's awesome.
But here's and I think this is what baffles me. This is problematic in itself. You got him. You have Senator Saab. You have Harriet Ewell. You have, Esquire Harriet Ewell. You have so many prominent people that have either graduated from C.E. Murray or King Street High School. And not once did you go and see if this move would cause a ruckus with folks like them. Like, if I'm the superintendent or if I'm the principal at King Street High School, I wonder if I'm going to have a job 6 months from now in terms of a contract. Because when you got somebody like Esquire McKnight sitting up here saying, you can't come to me and ask me for sugar honey iced tea. Boy.
Now, and then I gotta kind of say, I don't know, why did they fire him? What did he do? Did he, you know what I mean? Did he smack a child? Did he choke a kid out? You know what I mean? Is he caught up in the Fox sports scandal or something like that?
I doubt that seriously. It sounds like if you were listening to the live that Caesar had, sounds like it was a money issue.
Oh, he wanted more money.
Possibly. You know what high school football coaches / ADs or assistant ADs are making in the upstate or in other places in the low country?
Okay, give me a comparison here.
You know, a football coach at Spartanburg or Duma High School gets paid over $100,000 a year.
Okay, but you're talking 4A, you're talking
we can go to the Midlands.
All right, let's go.
They're not all 4A schools there or 5A schools there.
Okay, let's talk comparable schools now. Let's talk comparable schools. Okay, so what is that on average? What does a coach down in the Midlands? I mean, down in the Low Country make? Say at a
Philip Simmons, a head football coach / academic assist athletic director is probably making what the county superintendent is making in Williamsburg.
89,000 or 90,000.
Yeah.
Okay. And what is so in Andrews High coach? What do they make about?
I'm surprised Durham is still there. To be honest with you, not because he's not a decent coach, just what he probably wants to get paid. Luckily, he lives where he lives, and his wife enjoys living there. So, but to go elsewhere or Georgetown County, period, because they're not getting paid what they're worth.
I guess that's why we got what we got, right? Anyway, listen, man, I'm about to melt under these lights, and I can't take it any. I can't take it any longer, bro. So
Hey,
again,
I gotta go to bed anyway, man, because
no
I
doubt
got
you
a
about to
long,
be
long
traveling,
day.
right?
We shall see.
No doubt. Well, whatever it is, be safe on the road. You know what I mean? Everybody, be safe out there. But again, man, great conversation. I appreciate you, Pat. Thank you for checking in. And I don't believe you, Pat. There's no way two people did that, Pat. Stop with the lies, Patrick. Come be. Okay. But anyway, man, listen, y'all have a good, again, shout out to my man Sheffield. Shout out to my man Sheffield. Yep, y'all got snow tonight out there in Kentucky. I'm not Kentucky. Is it Kentucky?
Tennessee.
Tennessee. Well, they're at that borderline thing right there.
Borderline,
Yeah.
that Kentucky Tennessee border.
Again, to that 6-panel committee. You know what I mean? Because I know Pat is exaggerating. Guys, come on. Clarksville, there we go. Been there.
The home of Austin P University.
There you go. All right, let's see. Let me see if I can find me a nice little outro video right here. Again, man, shout out to my man Chef On. Congratulations on being named All-American out there. Oh, and he also took a visit today at Akron College in Akron, Ohio. Akron University. Yeah. So you know what I mean? Don't know what he did. Don't know whether he whether he's gonna take that or he's gonna go out there or not. But shout out to him, man, from Fullerton, California, all the way, you know what I mean, making it happen.
Shout out to Coach Brandon Johnson, who is a Andrews High School graduate and is on staff at South Carolina State University. Some of you people have to be mindful of the resources that you guys have
right
in Little Andrews, the resources you have around you that are willing to help you and your child. Please take advantage to ask some of these individuals, what can I do to prepare my son or daughter to go to the next level? What steps do I need to take? Brandon's not 42. Adonis isn't 42. We're older now, myself and Quan. We're still boots on the ground, but you got young men in the area that can relate to your kids that are younger than us, that are a part of their generation. Take the time out to humble yourself and talk to these individuals and see what they can do to help them.
Yeah, pride get them every time. Pride comes before the fall. Hubris. It's just one of those things. Angie B, you know what I mean? So,
and by the way, the proof is in the pudding. If you go on Adonis's page, whether it be the young man at Wake Forest, the young man at University of South Carolina, Adonis talks to college coaches regularly. I know because I work with Adonis. Adonis is not hard to find. Adonis' mama ain't hard to find. Adonis' relatives ain't hard to find. If you want help, he will be willing to help any kid that's from this.
Adonis? You talk about Valjean Adonis be at the game all the time? Be right there?
Yes, sir. That Adonis.
Oh, that's the one that they be overlooking, but he still be getting it done.
Get it done. Cuz, let me tell you something, cuz. I was just on the phone with such. I know, Donis. Cuz, boy, these people down here don't know.
Right. And that's the thing, man. And for anybody like Adonis, any of you, man, do not ever let the ignorance in somebody else's head affect the knowledge in yours.
Exactly.
You know what you can do. You know what you bring to the table. Again, I'm melting under these lights. I'm with you on that, Kim. I definitely got to get Mike back on. Shout out to Trey. Trey got Offensive Player of the Year. Talking
That's
about Tennessee.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah. Bring her back home. Bring her back home.
There you go. Bring them on back right now.
Home.
You know what I mean? I guess Mike and Trey got that Shador and Dion thing going on out there in the key.
Yes, sir.
No doubt, man. But listen, y'all have a awesome night, man. Jared, hang on for a second before you go.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Let me find us an outro video. I guess we can.
Are you tired of dealing with pesky cockroaches in your home?
Yeah, I guess we can do that. They'll pay. You know, they always want to be like, why you don't want our ads? I'll send the check on time. But anyway, y'all have a good night. Set this as an outro. Hold on, I got 2 more comments. No doubt. No, with Andrews. No, come on, Kimberly. You guys fit right in down there. Come on, man. Who doesn't want to be frustrated with some, I don't know. It's all good. But hey, we're gonna foster that communication that needs to happen. All right. They don't want to talk to us, but they're gonna come and listen. They're gonna come and listen. All right. So all right, I got that set up. Y'all have a good night. I'm out.
Are you tired of dealing with pesky cockroaches in your home or office? Look no further than our $200 German cockroach treatment. Our program is eco-friendly, safe for both children and adults, and will quickly eliminate any cockroaches present. Plus, our fast, effective service ensures that your property will be clean and free of any mess left behind. Don't wait until it's too late. Contact us today and enjoy a cockroach-free home or office.